We need 2 purple cabbages, some bacon ends and pieces, garlic powder, black pepper, sea salt, and red wine vinegar. And you need a very large pot to put your cabbage in. Put your stove on almost high, and you're going to heat up your pot and get it ready for your bacon. I'm using about ½ pound of bacon. Make sure you rinse it off and drain it off before you put it in the pot to fry. All right, your pot needs to be good and hot. You should be able to see a little bit of smoke coming from the pot. And you want to take your bacon and just kind of like spread it in evenly all over the pot, my bad. Make sure you turn on your vent fan. And as you can see, the bacon is cooking. I'm going to let that cook on that side there for a few minutes, and I'm going to stir it up. Make sure you stir your bacon every few minutes and then spread it back out. Once you start to see the fat from the bacon start to liquefy, you want to make sure the part that has the white part is inside of the oil, so that way it can continue to cook. And you want to cook it until it starts to go clear. Once you have no more large pockets of white fat on the bacon, you're going to take the stove and you're going to turn it down to low. And you're just going to let the bacon continue to cook while you're cutting up the cabbage. Rinse the outside of your cabbage. Before you cut up your cabbage, you want to cut off the root of the cabbage. Okay. You're going to take your cabbage, and in the same direction that you see of the vine, you're going to cut it down the center. All right, you're going to take the cabbage and you're going to cut it like in a V, and you're going to take out that center piece, so that way you don't have like a bitter taste with the cabbage. Your cabbage, turn it over, and then you're going to slice it about ½ an inch until you slice it all up into your strainer. You have to wash the cabbage in 2 separate bunches, but you want to break it apart as you're washing it. Okay, so rinse it off well. Drain the extra water off the cabbage. Turn your stove back up kind of high. Make sure you taste a piece of your bacon so you know just how much salt to add to your cabbage when cooking. Once you bring that pot back up to hot and you can see like the smoke coming up, you're going to take your cabbage and you're going to drop it in. Just let it simmer. Drizzle down. Now I'm going to do about half the cabbage at this time, and then I'm going to add the other half in as I go. Place your lid on the pot for a few minutes, and then go and wash the other half of the cabbage. After about 2 minutes, you're going to take the lid off, and you're going to mix up all the cabbage so that the oils are evenly saturated over the cabbage. Once all of the first half of the cabbage is all covered in oil, you're going to add the rest of the cabbage to the pot. And then you're going to stir it up. Once you've added the rest of the cabbage on the top, you're going to take it and you're going to stir it up, and you should see bacon coming to the top. That's a good indicator that the oils are being mixed on all of the cabbage. Next, you're going to add your salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. Once you've added your seasonings, I've used about 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, and about 2 tablespoons of salt. Go ahead and stir it around inside your pot. And we're just going to continue to fry the cabbage for maybe about 5 minutes. Continue to stir your cabbage. So I'm going to stir it for about a minute, take 2 minutes off, stir it for another minute, for a total of 5 minutes of stirring time. And what I'm looking for is for the cabbage to start to bend a little bit. Okay, you want to make sure the majority of the cabbage is bending, a little flexible, before we add the red wine vinegar. Do not put the top on the pot in between stirring. Leave the top off until we're ready to let it simmer down. All right, notice when I stir this cabbage, it is all starting to bend. Okay, bend easily. At this time, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Now, this vinegar is going to cut down on the gas that you may experience when you eat cabbage or greens. But if you add some red wine vinegar to your cabbages, collard greens, it'll cut down on the gas. I'm going to add about a cup of water to the cabbage, and then I'm going to turn the pot down low and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Make sure you put the lid back on the pot. Place a piece of paper towel if you have a pot that has a hole on the top, and you're going to turn the stove down to low and let it continue to cook for about 20 minutes. Make sure you check your pot every 5 minutes. When you take off the lid, make sure you don't let the extra water run down in there, and stir it up because cabbage will stick to the bottom if you don't have enough moisture in the bottom of the pot. Purple cabbage cooked in bacon. Please like, share, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching part 1 of the Thanksgiving series.